Andrija donates $3. Thank you, Andrija.
Thank you.
They say, hey, Tom and Ben.
Hey.
Next week, me and my friends are going to start a Kingdom Death Gambler's Chess campaign, and I wanted to show the minis my friends painted on Insta. Have you guys tried new board games?
I've bought a bunch of board games in the last 6 months, and I haven't played any of them.
Wait. But no, so I've not played any new board games, but I've been kind of really been in the mood for. Like, I've been watching some board game videos and stuff while doing some painty, and just saw some like just interesting bits and bobs. Like, I really want to play that game Aliens, but it's not Alien.
Nemesis.
Yeah, I really want to.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I've got that. Like, let me know and we'll book it in. We can
give that a go.
A couple other people involved.
Also, I watched the video of people playing 2 different kinds of The Thing, the board game.
Oh, I've played one of the board games of The Thing and I hated it.
Sadness. Well, maybe
it was, Outpost 13?
So those 2, yeah. One was like...
I haven't played this one.
To be honest, they weren't a million miles apart.
I've played this one.
Outpost 31.
I didn't think a lot of it.
I saw people playing and was like, fuck, that was the game I wanted to play. Oh man, I just don't know the name of anything today. It's the Call of Cthulhu Battlestar Galactica game.
Oh, yes. Indomitable?
Unsinkable.
Unsinkable.
It's not called that.
What's it called?
Overboardium.
Cthulhu board game. Unfathomable.
Unfathomable. Very good.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for me to play because I fucking love the Battlestar Galactica board game. And apparently this is the same game, just kind of reskinned because they lost the license.
Yeah, so I watched a playthrough of it. So there was some mechanics in this that I was like, that's legit.
Oh, okay. Do you reckon it's worth like porting the mechanics into Battlestar?
I don't know if it would work the same because of the board layout is kind of different in this.
Okay.
And it's not identical. There's a few minor tweaks.
It was just fucking ages.
Oh god, yeah.
That's my only complaint with Battlestar.
It's a long game.
It needs to take half the time.
It's long. And just... I don't know. I was watching it and it made me hot for BSG. And was like, I would give this one a go as a change of pace from playing Battlestar Galactica. But I think really what I wanted was a game of Battlestar Galactica.
We haven't played it for years.
Like such a long time. And had a lot of fun. But I think it was just seeing some games, was kind of into it. But I like when the boat is kind of like moving along, all the fish people, like they move down the side.
Like a rolling road.
It's got this like rolling road kind of esque mechanic. And
I like that.
There's like the inside of the boat and the outside of the boat is like mechanically kind of different.
Okay, that's fun.
I just like the characters seemed a bit more interesting and a bit more balanced, that you didn't suffer from the problem of, if that pilot ain't doing pilot stuff, well, clearly that's very suspicious. So that everyone is kind of having to do a little bit more of the blasting, and it isn't just one person's job.
Yeah, I didn't like how railroaded every character is in Battlestar.
Yeah, like it is far too like strict on what you should be doing, and it feels like it got rid of a couple of the issues that like I kind of didn't like so much. But in turn, you know, it doesn't have the same level of theme and stuff like that, which is what made that game amazing.
Yeah, I mean, chat's right. A couple of people have mentioned it. You need 5 people for Battlestar Galactica, and it says here you basically need 5 for this too.
I think if you're playing with some new people, playing with 6 is absolutely fine.
Yeah, as long as because if everyone's hardcore veterans, then I feel like the sympathizer kind of fucks the game.
Oh, but I would say even you just don't use the sympathizer.
Oh, okay. So
I'd say
make it a little bit easier for people with.
Yeah, you make it a little more forgiving, and so everyone is playing less optimally. And if you have played it before, I think you just don't go as fucking hard.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because the game's hard enough. I remember, I don't think it was till our second or third playthrough that we even got a human victory.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think you can lose that game without the Cylons doing anything if you're new.
100%. I think you could play a bunch of games and you can just get fucked. If you pull the wrong combinations of like jumps.
Well, you have to send the scouts out, which new players don't do because it's boring.
Oh yeah, it is boring. It's really fucking boring.
But those jump sites, you have to filter them for the good ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just burn all your fuel up before
if
you
you
get
spend too much fuel, if you do the wrong jump, like, because what is it? Like, you want to be doing...
Well, you have to go 8 distance on 8 fuel.
Yeah, but it's... like, mechanically, you want to have moved, like, 3 distance... and then do like a 3 jump before
the sleepers wake
there's
up.
Guaranteed Cylons on the table.
If you limp onto 4 distance.
Yeah, if you move 1 space onto 4, then you give Cylons maximum amount of time to be able to play.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's always like a real fucking suspicious move.
Yeah, definitely.
To do that kind
but
of
new
thing.
players wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, and it's like, and so that's why I think if you're playing with new players, 6 is actually a really solid number.
I'd agree with that.
And like, sure, it can be a bit harder for the Cylons to win, but I think if you're playing as the Cylon and you've played it before, great. Do your best to ruin stuff. And if you're on the human team, well, fuck it. Like, do some cooler stuff, or you play as the pilot or whatever. Like, you know,
or you'll just be an engine man and fix all the planes,
doing some of the boring shit.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it. I love playing as Boltar. That's the funnest guy to
Boltar,
be.
because you're most likely to be a Cylon.
But you also get to be president because nobody wants to be Roslyn.
Yeah,
which
and
is
you get
amazing.
the Cylon tester, the best.
Yeah, and you get the Cylon tester as well. He's got all the fun things.
Is by far the coolest fucking character.
And you get to be sketchy, and everyone, and then you're just like, oh, I'm just playing character. I'm in character. I'm being sketchy.
And everyone loves fun. Gaius Boltar. It's fucking cool. They're playing as Boomer. Boomer also more likely to be a Cylon.
Yeah. But only as the sleeper, which is... I'd rather be Cylon from the start than Cylon halfway through.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It's always nice to have a Colonel Ty in there to, like, declare martial law.
Sultai. Such a good character.
I love that whoever's Ty just being like, I will do it. I will declare martial law.
Don't make me do it. Yeah. Don't make me fucking do it. Just comes up. Yeah, after that, the characters start getting a little more bland.
Yeah, that's it. Not all characters are created equal. Like, the Chief is boring.
Yeah, what was his? Like, it's just like, oh, take an extra card.
No, he can, like, fixing planes doesn't use up his action or something like that.
Something just so...
And, like, once per game, he can draw an extra card or whatever.
It's a great ability.
Yeah, it's great for the team.
But
it's a very support.
So boring to do. If you have no idea about the Battlestar Galactica board game, super sorry about this segment where we talk cryptically about mechanics of a game that
you've never played.
That you haven't ever played.
And if you've never watched the show either, then it just makes no sense at all.
It's really good, though.
Yeah. The one thing they did wrong, like they made all these expansions, which sadly I only have the first 2. I don't have the other 2. And they're all out of print now. But in all of these... you can't play as Fat Adama, which is a crime.
So sad, heartbreaking. God, because they bring a bunch of other cool characters in, but yeah, sadly no.
I want this guy. This is who I want to be.
Because normally he's like sexy guy,
just, he's just
with
like
his shirt off,
hot pilot,
and. Also, just when he's like introduced, when they've just been in space for 6 months or 2 years.
They just do a time jump. And he's gone from like buff hunk to...
and he's just like sad, overweight guy. Is good. And then they just like magic it away, where he's like, so I've been at the gym a little bit, and
now I look like this.
Yeah, now I'm back to being the sexy heartthrob. Oh, he's great. What was Tom Zarek's ability? I remember him being a pretty fun guy.
Oh, yeah. What was he?
Was it like... Oh, it was like turn like a resource into another resource.
Oh, yeah. So we could execute people to make
food.
Make food or like... But I always like trying to come up with the reasoning for like, why does losing population gain us morale?
Yeah.
It's the fighting pits.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like, we round up all the assholes and just we march those guys into the airlock one day. And you know what? Everyone's a bit happier.
And the thing is, of all the dials, you've got these 4 dials, and if any of them hit 0, you lose. But population's the largest dial. So you're always like, oh, I don't really want to lose a fuel.
Yeah.
Maybe we do lose a few more people.
Just totally fine. It's a great fucking skill. I think just I remember like winning like 1 or 2 games as a Cylon.
Oh, just by sniping that last thing.
Yeah. Just like do something, you get some ships killed, you drop down, and you're just like, fuck you all, ka-chow.
Yeah. Plus, you get to be like thumbs up, thumbs down on any of the votes things. Anytime someone wants to be president or get out of jail, you can make it easier or harder.
Which is a ton of fun as well.
Yeah.
Just great.
Anything that lets you be more in the social part of the game, I think, is more fun.
Yeah. Also, I think like we'd have him in a lot of games because once again, a lot of people don't want to be Rosalind, and we started just being like, right, we're going to play a non-Boltar game because he is in every game otherwise, and you just have to like.
Yeah, it's a shame Rosalind is, again, she's got a great ability, but she's no fun for that person who has to be her.
Yeah.
Because this one is, when you draw a crisis card, pick 2 and keep the one you want. Very strong ability, but oof, having to fucking use 2 cards to make a room work.
Yeah, who would have thought the skill terminal illness would suck?
It's so anti-fun.
It's just not, just like terminal illness, Ben. Not very fun. And this ability, is not good. Do not enjoy.
Yeah, we'll do Nemesis as well, because that's quicker. And
yeah, I really want to play Nemesis. That looks amazing.
There's a really fun spin-off game for it that I want to try. Because Nemesis is, if you don't know, it's a bit like Alien 1, where you're on a ship, there's an alien, and your crew, each person plays a different crew member, and you run around, you've got to fix the ship and not die to the alien. But you can have like side agendas where maybe one of you wants to steal an egg, or one of you wants to escape pod.
Yeah, or like kill off another player or something like that.
Yeah. But then every game ends in near disaster. Even if you win, half the ship's on fire and half the crew are dead. Like, it's always a bit of a clusterfuck. But then there's another like spin-off game where after you've played Nemesis, you leave the board in the same state it was, and then you play as like the exploration crew who have found this like derelict ship.
Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. To do like some linked games would be fucking rad.
Yeah, and then you're coming in and you're like, oh yeah, that half this ship broke apart because of the, someone held the grenade and took themselves out with
blew
the
up
queen.
the corridor or whatever.
And then you come in as the cleanup crew trying to like work out what went wrong and like rebuild the ship. I think that's a really fun idea.
I'd love to try it. It's on the list. Can you play as Hot Dog?
Hot Dog, you can?
I'm pretty sure in one of the expansions.
Because I always call like the unnamed pilots. Every time you see one of those ships, I'm like, there goes Hot Dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe in an expansion.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Daybreak.
I didn't have this expansion. I did have Exodus.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good.
Exodus was a great expansion.
Because it gives the Cylon players more stuff to do once they're like exposed, right?
Also, it manages to balance taking, Pegasus.
Yeah.
So you have the Pegasus sideboard. So Pegasus is another battleship.
Yeah.
Which is, if you imagine Battlestar Galactica, the spaceship, is like a World War II museum boat that they've kind of managed to rearm a little bit. Whereas Pegasus is like a modern day.
Yeah, and it really unbalances that combat side of the game.
Yeah, because you can go to Pegasus and you just are shooting all of the Cylon ships. It makes it like you can just play way more aggressively. But when you use Pegasus, you're supposed to play this new Caprica bit at the end of the game as well.
Adds this awful extra mini game to the end that is just kind of luck of the draw,
and it just fucking sucks. It's just like, hey, you just had this kind of like fun, high-paced game.
Now do an extra half an hour of weird shit that doesn't make sense,
and it's just really boring. But if you use Pegasus and the Exodus expansion, it gives you the Cylon fleet board, and so whenever you jump and you leave Cylon ships behind, they all just go onto this board instead.
So you got to deal with them later.
And so if you don't kill them and you just jump away, like they will be back. And there's like a little tracker which is slowly building up based on some of the cards that are turning up.
Because that can happen sometimes. You just don't have any combat.
Yeah.
The whole game, because you just jump at just the right time.
Yeah, the things don't operate, they don't appear. And
so yeah, making sure that when you run away, that the clock restarts and they do track you down.
And like they will always catch you. And so suddenly you're like, we have to kill these at some point because this is a problem. And it just makes the combat stuff like way more exciting.
Yeah.
And there are points where you're like, I think also because it helps to balance the pilots a little bit, because there are moments where you're like, it is not worth me jumping into a plane. Because if I do, I will fucking die if I go out there right now. And so I may as well go to the other ship and fire some guns or do some stuff to help us move. Just really liked it. It was great.